church credential and pack out mine now. So, I'm not living a life here, man.
Good night, everybody. Hold on, Jamaica.
Another breaking news again. Then take a bounty killer visa. Then take away bounty killer visa. Yeah. Another breaking news again. Then take a bounty killer visa. Then take away bounty killer visa. Yeah.
Anne-Marie, Sanya.
Another breaking news again. Then take a bounty killer visa. Then take away bounty killer visa. Yeah.
Now, where him get them a story from? Alright, let me change up this thing, you know. Boy, woman can have different hairstyle, Oh my God. Hold on 1 minute, let me. Alright. What is happening in this world? Let me see what's going on over Parliament here right now.
Click the link below. I think it's still on sale. Mine came in like 4 or 5 days and on.
Done. Is the ministry aware of what the challenges are and what steps are you taking to address these challenges? In one of my communities, it's $800 per month as the dust benefit. $800 per month for a household. And in some cases...
Remember, keep to the questions. Please.
Is the minister aware, and can the minister explain to the House why even the small amounts that are paid to households for dust nuisance, in my case, $800 per household, why isn't this being done consistently? And what measures are being taken to enforce the payment of these benefits? Finally, the minister would recall his previous presentation in the House, in which he spoke of all communities with mining activities having running water and certain basic amenities. Minister, what steps are you going to take to ensure that these amenities are put in place? And in addition to water, the rest of us would be interested in roads, formal access to land, as well as a fund that can be used for the redevelopment of communities when the bauxite activities, the mining activities cease. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
House Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My first question is the Minister aware of the difficulty that representatives of the people face in even getting conversations or meetings with these bauxite companies? And further, is he aware that it's not much easier to get consultation with JBI as well? I also wonder if the Minister is aware that lands that might not have been mined out for bauxite have been under the ownership of these bauxite companies, and many have been deemed unworthy of mining, yet still under the ownership of these companies. Is the Minister therefore further aware that this monopolization of ownership has robbed the people of agricultural and other income-earning activities, housing, opportunities, and indeed, even burial sites in these communities
Yeah,
that have
good.
to go
I'm
far
good.
and wide to bury their relatives? Is the Minister also aware that recreational activities have been extremely affected by the pollution of rivers, in particular as it relates to caustic being released into these rivers, causing for the habit of recreation at these waterways to end, stymie, and indeed many of these rivers to be avoided by children, their parents, and the citizens who once enjoyed the recreational benefits of these entities? Is the Minister aware that there has been anecdotal evidence that there's been greater roof damage in bauxite areas relative to the wind than in most other areas that had even greater wind forces from the hurricane? That multiple roof loss have been attributed to weakened roofs due to the bauxite dust, acid rain, and the rusting that has been caused in these bauxite areas due to the dust. Is the Minister also aware that this dust and acid rain have also affected agricultural output? And I would love to piggyback on the member from St. Anne, who indicated that there's ownership of extreme numbers of acres, but is it possible to know
Ivy, good night. Lassam, good
from
night.
these entities? Because while it is, we may say, 7 acres under production, is it possible for us to know the output from these areas? Because it sounds as if many are just holding lands and not necessarily producing on these properties that they claim that they own. Finally, is the Minister aware that there have been a cease on bauxite, they used to call it dust money, in many communities, that the bauxite company has unilaterally decided
Lenora,
not
good
to
night.
pay the dust contribution? I heard the unfortunate number of $67 a day in South Manchester per family, and yet still was jealous of the fact when it compares to $0 a day in Northwest St. Catherine, a unilateral decision taken by the bauxite company. Finally, is the Minister aware that the employment practices of these bauxite companies would have been deemed by any reasonable employee of the Ministry of Labor to be unfair practices, and also a focus on contracts
Mansa.
and subcontracted labor into many of these plants, reducing what was once the benefits through labor and earning from the bauxite companies? Can the Minister therefore provide information if there has been any engagement from any arm of government to have more fair practices within these areas. If I may be allowed, Minister, I'll also ask, is the Minister aware that there's been many damage to houses due to blasting for bauxite mining and also from the facilitation of bauxite mining? So many of these roads to the compensation with the bauxite entities unwilling even to visit when informed by many of these communities, like Wandibolas, about damage to their houses due to blasting and other activities such as those. We would want to know if the minister is such aware.
All right, let me thank the members. I will start by saying I recognize this speaker gave a lot of latitude. And I'll explain in some of the things. Once the answers are given to the questions, the follow-up should really be confined to the answers that have been given, right? Because sometimes we then introduce matters that it was outside of the scope and clearly would have been outside of maybe the preparation for this. So I say that to my colleagues across the aisle.
Hi, Clive,
I will
good
try
night.
as far as possible to answer the questions posed, especially those that touch and concern directly the subjects that I had responded on.
Good night,
Some of
Becky
the
Ann.
questions my colleague from Northwest said, Catherine, do not. But there are matters that you have raised that I would suggest that you put into writing and send to me. Right? So the matters in relation to damage, the matters in relation to dust, the matters in relation to claims around acid rain and claims around greater roof damage, those are things that I would suggest you pen to me so I can ask the teams to investigate, because those would require investigation. Again, I would not have gotten a brief about the employment practices, but what I do know that our bauxite company still provides one of the most stable employment in the country. And oftentimes when you go and tour these companies, you meet people who have been there for decades, quite frankly. And the bauxite industry is still the highest average paying sector in our country. So it still is critical, especially in relation to gainful employment. And then when you speak about the amount of independent contractors, those who do the mining, those who do the trucking, the ecosystem around bauxite mining is significant in relation to our economic activity. Again, the questions around the river, the time is now 7:20. Mr. Speaker, I ask that the time now being 7:20, that the House be allowed to sit beyond 7:20.
The question is that the time being 7:20 p.m., I put that the House be allowed to sit beyond 7:30 p.m. to complete the business of the day. Those in favor? Those against? Ayes have it.
They never say hi.
I will answer the question in relation to some of the land matters. Member from St. Catherine Northwest, they will come out in some of the other answers that I will give. But I will answer this directly, even though it was not directly raised, but I was unaware of any difficulty in having meetings with JBI, right? And that we will fix. So already prior to this, I had said in the last time we had a conversation around bauxite that I have asked, that I plan to convene a meeting with all the members of parliament from bauxite areas, and I have directed the JBI to do so. So when we have that meeting, which I expect to have within the next 2 weeks, because I also want to speak about the Bauxite Community Development Program that we're going into, that some of these issues will be raised, and will be dealt with. The member from Southeast St. Anne, again, the consistency of payment in relation to the dust is not a matter that has come to me before, right? I would again ask seriously that you pen a letter to me around it. These things have to be recorded. Remember how our bauxite industry is. We are dealing with private companies. So it is good that the minister
So you
to
don't know none of
embark
that them what
on
them are
this
asking.
conversation has some
You know under your portfolio, so how you don't know?
backing to say that this is
Like
the
how you don't know
situation.
about the fertilizer
And I
them
can't think
too.
of a
Everything
higher
you don't
person
know.
and the representative in the area to literally say these complaints have come in and you want
And
this
never say a
matter to be
government no
resolved
know nothing yet when you ask
immediately.
them.
You did ask, and it does fall within about challenges in relation to enforcement.
Jesus have
And there
mercy.
has been, I guess, challenges over the years. I think it's very hard to speak on
This country will just
administrations
go
before.
back way.
But
And you
what I
ask them in
will
a
say
parliament
is
nothing.
that no,
Then they know
our
nothing
focus
other than
is on
portfolio. It's like him
enforcement,
come out and talk
right?
about
And
him no
that
know
I
nothing
do
about
believe that in some of these
the
areas, and
Auditor
I'm going
General
to
report
respond to
and
some of the things
him
from
or
the member
below
from
him
South
and under your
Manchester,
ministry. So
in some
nobody
of
no
these
report to you.
areas, we
So
should
what we
have
vote
been
on in
doing
for?
better enforcement.
I
And if
don't
we
know.
had been doing better enforcement, we would not be having some of these challenges. And these challenges, quite frankly, undermine the industry in total. So sometimes it may be seen that enforcement actually, as I have said to the players in the industry, enforcement helps the industry because the terms that have been set are for the protection of the greater good. And I think that is important. I will deal with the formal lease arrangements. So some of the questions are repeated, but I'll deal with it one time. The member from Northwest Manchester, again, some of the questions are outside the scope, but very good questions, right? Definitely, the issue of Hall Road was raised in terms of the amount of land, and the bauxite companies are to stick to a schedule in relation to preparing haul roads to bring bauxite. And I have said to the Jamaica Bauxite Institute and the commissioner who interacts that there has to be extenuating circumstances where that is not adhered to. No, some of the companies have had some extenuated circumstances. I'll speak a little bit about that. But with that said, I will look into the matter of what is happening regarding maintenance on the public thoroughfare. Now, clearly that would cross over into another ministry, but having raised it, I think it is something worthy of looking into. Let me deal with the matter of lands in general. I have mandated that we are to do a full audit of the bauxite lands that are either have been mined and have been reclaimed, but have not been handed back to government. Because there is to be another step, because those lands are to be returned to the Commissioner of Lands. So I've asked for an audit to be done on that one. Two, the lands that there are no plans to mine, that are still under the purview of the bauxite company, that they have already determined for multiple reasons that it would not be economical to mine those lands, that those lands again be handed back to the government so that we can put them to productive use. And that would be across all the areas, North, West St. Catherine, across all the areas, Southeast St. Anne. I had that discussion with the company in Southeast St. Anne. And that also means that where the land has not yet been handed back to the member from South Manchester, one of his questions, where the bauxite company is still in possession, but based on their mining plan, they are not going to reach to that area for another 5-10 years. And that area is occupied by farmers, or can be occupied by farmers, that they enter into lease.
Everything new to them. You notice that? The son play one clip with him and one interview with Cliff Hughes. Him not know not the way happen on the ministry. I say I'm going to make him lawyer look into what people are saying.
That's very, very important. That's something that we're pushing for this year.
Love talk about them and sue people. Let's forget people quiet.
And that these farmers have tenureship, that they can be able to go to the bank or go to their institutions and say that this is their property that they are farming. We have reaped some success
What time when I say
over
same
the
thing?
last decade, I would say, where we've gotten the companies to not only give back some of the land, but to work with us to establish greenhouse clusters on some of these lands. And those clusters have gone very well. And under the BCDP, which we will outline to you, members of parliament, we are looking to establish some more of those clusters. And sometimes strategically, as we did in content, we said to the Bauxite company, do not restore this pit, because we're going to use this pit as a water catchment area. And then that makes sense because it works in terms of helping the farmers and the greenhouse. The lack of access.
I can't bother listen to him, man. I'm going to play one clip about him now. Listen to the interview here.
The Auditor General's report on your ministry saying that $870 million worth of contracts were not properly reviewed by your procurement committee. Yeah? How do you plead? What happened?
I'll say two things. I'll say three things. I think people are very aware how our procurement systems operate now, and that procurement does not operate at the level of the minister, and that is on purpose. We structured our system in such a way to separate ministerial oversight and ministerial direction from procurement. And ministers are, by law, mandated to focus on things of policy. So a lot of the things that have come to bear in terms of, for example,
you're feeling better. That's good to hear.
Not being supplied are news that would come to the minister for the first time. So I'll say that firstly, and I'll come back to that in the end. The second thing is, having discussed it with my technical team, and I'm sure they have prepared a response and would have disseminated a response. The Auditor General at no time said that $870 million was used for untoward purposes, or went to contractors that were not bona fide, or that the money was misappropriated. What the Auditor General said is that she did not receive minutes for the procurement review meeting. What the ministry has said is twofold. In some instances, you are not required by law to have a procurement review meeting. Even though the Auditor General may have it in the guidelines, there is a law that supersedes that. And two, this was not last year. This was not the year before. This was in 2021, 2022, when we were in COVID, when the meetings were being held virtually, and that the ministry had indicated to the Auditor General that there were challenges retrieving the recordings from that virtual system, and have taken steps to retrieve those recordings as far as possible and to share them. So there was no malfeasance. And sometimes when these reports band about figures, it gives the impression that there's malfeasance or misappropriation that has not been said. The third matter that I find extremely curious is why in the reporting of this would a media house seek to put my image against a report that had absolutely nothing to do with my ministerial direction.
Oh, then up your portfolio.
To do with me as minister personally, that there was no reference to me or allegation in relation to me, and then they put it on social media, superimpose a title that says transparency compromise, to give the impression that the person in the headline image is connected to the compromisation of transparency, when that is not true. And I think that is unethical. And I think we have to look back at our tenets of journalism in this country. The factual context is that I was only minister for 4 months in that year that the audit refers to. But outside of that, these reports do not relate, refer, or engage with ministers. But there are some who want to give that impression to try and
it's under your portfolio, brother.
perpetuate the feeling that politicians or officers are ill. Some of them forget that we have lives before and after politics. There has never been in my short but now longish political journey any allegation about corruption
Not
or
true,
lack of
not true.
transparency.
Let me play
And
another clip
those are
here.
things that I take extremely seriously. So I've written to the Gleaner about it.
Want to listen to this. How long Gabriela Maris spoke about it in their parliament. Listen to this.
Mr. President, RADA is there
Long before now.
as an organization to assist our farmers. But we need to see more. We need to see more support for our farmers coming out of RADA. And we spoke earlier about the cost of corruption in agriculture. And I know that we don't want to touch it, but it is a real matter. Because when there are implications of fertilizer not being given to those who need it most, but being sold, that is a dangerous road to go down. And whether or not,
And on a point of order once more, Mr. President, yes, lies bite. There was the Auditor General's report did not allege any corruption, and it did not, what it said expressly was that they were concerned that they did not have the beneficiary list in all of the bags, and they were provided. There is, Mr. President, no allegation of corruption comprised in the Auditor General's report.
This all them saying,
and any attempt to
this
try
all
to
them
have
saying.
those things embedded in Hansard or that fertilizer was sold.
it's in the report.
They have been responded, so I will check on that as well. But you guys are very, I just have to say, Mr. President, that these utterances that are being made demonstrate the utmost irresponsible and disregard for the importance of the relationships between Jamaica and the countries who have been providing such strong support for our farmers, which they have felt and has increased their productivity undeniably and indisputably.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. President. It seems like the minister is more concerned about relationships than the farmers who need these resources. It is in the report. Check it out. It's a Google away. It's a Google away. Read the report.
All right.
Mr. President, I was on the point of corruption, where resources are directed away from the people who need it most. I can talk for my farmers in Muros who, after the hurricane, were supposed to get fertilizer, and them say no PNP farmer now get it. That is corruption. When we talk about agriculture, listen, you can't tell me the experience, and as me walk and talk with them. Mr. President, RADA is there.
You see them? Never own nothing yet. All when you catch them and sup on it, then come in like some man will cheat on them woman. And all when you catch them on the act, then say none of them. I saw them people are stay. They lie like a cheating man. Them are gonna get lawyer, them are gonna get this. Them, everybody with this lawyer, so and lawyer, so. No, you are the Minister of Agriculture. And anything that happened underneath, anything that happened underneath the ministry, you should be held accountable for. It means that you are not oversighting your portfolio. So who report to you when things are happening? You don't know? Nobody will report to you. you're going to say, no, oh, it's below you. So don't, who below you is supposed to report to you? When a thief so tell you no can't tell lie no more. Betty laugh out. Anybody pan it live understand what I say? Lie like when you catch a man pan the act and he say no him. When they cheating man, that's how they stay man. You catch them and never them. They never do nothing yet. That's how the Jamaica Labour Party act. Nothing they never once come out and say, you know what? I apologize if there's any error and I'm going to look into it and make it like tough time. Everything ever right on that ministry. Everything right. When people do their work or don't want their work to look like say they don't do no work. That's the manner in how they operates. Is the manner in how they operates. Jada? Oh. So you open the door a minute here. I always hear when the door open, I'm in the ear. Never accept their wrongs. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. May I tell you people. But we get back to the parliament and see what in India going with.
Mr. Speaker, it is not intended to do any further business today. I ask that the House be adjourned for a date to be set.
So that
the motion is on the floor that this meeting now stand adjourned. Those in favor? Those against? The ayes have it.
Yes, Jenny. It getting from bad to worse. So they over parliament now. So the Prime Minister now in our parliament, his wife now in our parliament, more opposition in our parliament more than the government side. Turkey parliament on one piece of puppy show. Let me hear what she said.
My darling, I'd made a video about this that we said from the 7th of February until the 12th, it's going to be a no movements day. We're not buying nothing, we're not going nowhere, we're not doing nothing, we're just going to stay away yard. Let us see if that is going to work because we're trying our best to let the people of this country know that we run things. Mr. Onessa act like Ian Bigfoot, Darrell Vase, Christopher Tufton and Floyd Green, Real Reed and the whole of the thief them. They're acting like they run this country and it's time for us to show them that we run the country. We run the country. And if they're not making the decision that are supporting the people of this country, especially the poor people, they need to go. They need to go. So of course, my darling, this is another way. I made about 3 videos about this, that we're going to have a no movements day from the 7th until the 12th. We're not spend no money, we're not take no taxi, we're not take no bus, we're not going to supermarket, we're not do nothing at all. We're not going to work. Let us show them that we can lock this country down and get back our rights because they trample on our rights. And many Jamaicans don't know their rights and they have people so afraid. But yes, my darling, thank you very much. And guess what? You see, if 100,000 people like you understand that we can do this, we can show them so we can do something. Listen, we don't need 100%, if we even get 50% of the country, 60% of the country join in on the no movements day, this government entity have to do better and give us back our stand. This is evil what is going on in the country. And people are too quiet. And it's a poor people thing. Listen, man, let's go, baby, let's go.
True thing. We need a voice in this place. Let me see a for something.
Jamaicans who need dialysis have to pay a lot of money. to get one round of treatment. And this is how we abuse the system. And the people involved are not ordinary people. People who are well connected, including to the facility and the public health service.
But the powers that be with them for all to account.
Jamaicans who need dialysis have to pay a lot of money to get one round of treatment.
I can find button and click that on my YouTube.
With my box from Pizza Hut, I mix and enjoy however I want.
Welcome again to the channel. To what Cliffuse have to say. Take a listen to this.
So it is important for the people at the University Hospital, including the Minister of Health, Dr. Christopher Tufton, to tell the people of Jamaica how many dialysis machines were imported by the University Hospital just about 2 years ago. How were they procured?
Yes, Jenny, we have to find out. Listen
Were
to
they procured? Who brought them in? And was it done competitively? And where are the 10 dialysis machines that should be at UA now? Are they there? And if they're not there, where are they? Are they at a private medical facility? And what are they doing at that private medical facility, if it is so? 10 dialysis machines. And Jamaicans who need dialysis have to pay a lot of money to get one round of treatment.
Man, say you're gone. Send me back to you.
Abuse the system. And the people involved are not ordinary people. People who are well connected, including to the facility and the public health service. Mr. Hilton is the chairman of the board of the University Hospital of the West Indies.
Exactly, that's all.
I heard him last week on Nationwide. He may want to ask some questions. One, how many dialysis machines were procured for the hospital 2 years ago?
Right,
Was
Jamaica.
procurement done competitively and according
10
to the
dialysis machine, but none of that at the hospital.
West Indies receive the machines? Have they been in use? And if not, where are they? Are they at a private medical facility? Mr. Hilton asked them. You may want to ask them.
Good night, Maureen.
What is the deal with this
Where's the
private
Darrell
medical
in the
facility?
needle?
Why the 10 dialysis machines are there and not at the University Hospital of the West Indies? Why? Ordinary Jamaicans suffer.
I hear what he's saying. Then tough time. You don't forget where from this, you know. You know, say you don't forget where this time. You get where too much now. You get where with market me right in the height of the COVID. You get where with some donations that was given and equipment and we can't find them. Then can't. That's ask a question and you come out and say a propaganda. We need to dig deeper. You forgot jail, you know. It's either you resign or you go to jail. You get away too much, and because you not get away with it dirtiness them in this country, you continue to do it all the time. Because you not get away. And you say if your head is stream dirty, down your bottom can't clean anyhow. Because Andrew only should not be holding the office of Prime Minister in this country at this time when he can't declare to the country when getting wealth from. Because if you get your wealth honestly and fairly, and you have 22 taxi till you have 30 taxi, as your father said, it is easy to say this is where you make from your taxi. But you know it's so contradicting. Because you said you have a taxi, and yet on our video out that when you not get married, and not now they have to keep fish fry. So where the money did they were offer the taxi them, that you have to keep fish fry for the wedding. On contradict on own self. That's why I say lie don't walk straight, and lie is only for a moment. Lie is only for a moment, and it don't work straight. And you, Flight Green, now get what neither, you know. You're not going to get away this time, my brother. You're getting away too much now. The people that will make it then dip finger in the ink need to come clear and declare it too. But that's so the money them and they sit there and go for the fertilizer in the election.
Do you want to see your house or any other place through satellites outside the Earth?
Good side, Mansa, good night. Tamika, Mansa, good night.
Good night, Chuck. Good night.
Do you want to see your house or any?
Tamika, can go.
Yeah. Tamika, good night.
Good night, Anjan.
Yeah, how you do? This morning, when I look back for you, I couldn't find you. So let me ask you something. Any of them machine, them dialysis machine down at your yard, because I want to come feed you know?
I can't better with this signal, Jesus.
You hear it?
No, sir.
It look like our internet will get trouble, man, sir.
Yeah, it look like it's trouble.
Yeah.
Yes, Jen, good night.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Man, sir.
Yeah, right here. You go ahead, Tamika.
Good night. I don't know. My service no good at all.
Me know what you mean. Me have that the problem after hurricane too. Even right now, me still have to use the Starlink and use the flow. Sometime it in, sometime it out. Right, she have problem. Man,
my service is just a freeze up. I don't know. I can't bother with it.
All right. When you get better, you come back. Go ahead, Mansa.
Yeah, good night.
I can't bother with it. It's just frustrating.
All right. I'm mute her, Mike.
No, probably the modem, probably switch out the modem master.
But they put on all these plans and not each other.
She never know say mute her, Mike.
Or on her phone.
All right. Go ahead, Mansa.
Yeah, good night, Jen. It's so hard to keep up with what going on.
I know, I lower line the Mansa. I know Joe can make it really hard to keep up with what's going on. I tell you it's true. It's hard.
Yeah, my God, man, because I just, yesterday or the day before, we had talked about Tufton and how much millions of dollars missing our procurement to deal with, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then after that, who else again?
Under the agriculture ministry, and him come out and say, and him responsible because I owe the me need him I do the work. So him not oversight the ministry.
I think Jen, they take the people and for idiot. Him run the ministry, you know.
Now you are on the ministry and you're going to talk, so you don't know our ministry run. You don't know our ministry run.
You see, when things are go good, they want to take the praise. Cause if you hear say agriculture that do good, them that say, yeah man, Fly Green are the best agricultural minister. That them that say, you know.
Yeah.
But now $800 million, nobody don't know how it's spent. No documents so that for procurement.
And him no know. And him say no know.
Him no know.
Yeah.
You're the minister.
You know, stop telling Jamaican people them feed that, man. You are the Minister of Agriculture.
And I'm asking lawyer to look into it because the gleaner mislead the country.
You're the Minister of Agriculture. Stop going and tell the people them feed that, man. You see me? I know we are finding also 10 dialysis machines.
10 in a man. And hey, 10. The one, 10 dialysis machine. 10 of them.
And them same one putting on them friend them private hospital.
But we want to know where them there. We supposed to can't track that down. So me wonder do it. You know, I don't like man, sir. We are going to hear them and sitting on the auditor general come out and talk about. But we not see no police and lock up nobody.
I just said that all them 10 dialysis were missing. This a theft, you know.
This is criminality.
Jen, it's like somebody that broke in and one clinic and thief the equipment. That a theft, you know. Right now the country pay for the 10 dialysis machine, but them don't know where there. So the police see or whatever and Mocha for going now.
And that means if this up for the come out from there, so Mocha should have depend it.
Yeah, them for depend it and find
the machine. Coming out of it. Nothing at all now come off it.
Nothing now come off of it. Nothing come off. You're right, because nothing now come out and nothing from we are here. We just come here, we chat and nothing we not here again.
And them same one put it in them friend private hospital. Remember I said them open private hospital over Portmore over there?
Yeah.
Last year.
You know, say over there then they do.
Not a thing they come out. Look how much things sweep on there. Look how much things sweep underneath the carpet as if like, yeah, not a thing we now come out of.
But can we continue this way as a country though? Out of fun and joke now.
We don't have a law or a system where anybody who indoors high portfolio held responsible for nothing at all.
So we the citizens are going to continue to sit down and allow it.
It cannot continue. Corruption is the biggest problem in our country because money was supposed to go towards.
At the same taxpayer money pay for them, and at the same time, you have to go and pay for go do dialysis at them big friend place. And just not a thing I come out of it.
And them do, them senator one of them private, them friends.
But we as the people of Jamaica should rise up against this though and go out there still, you know. Because this can't work though, you know. At the same thing with the hospital, them work under Christopher Tufton watch. Not even an ECG machine at the hospital for test your heart. You have to go their friend lab, which are good at for them lab too. You can't continue. No accountability. Every move them make something joke them. Maybe them lie about 10 machine and pocket the money. Ah, that's a very good thing too. That's a very good idea you come up with in a Genevieve, because if there is no machine to prove, but then they have the machine did them because they said the custom something is there, the receipt, something. Where then get it come in and bypass the tax for put in it. And me have couple little barrel pan the wharf and how much they want to charge for it. And them up at the top, the poor will ever be poor. Them up at the top can get anything they want done. It is unfair.
Man, them a drain the country, drain the country.
The man, them a drain the country.
You know, she said them get a 400 must be 50 million US dollar.
15.
From IMF. And then get from IMF yesterday.
Yeah.
When them people are done with the country and a new government take, we're not going to see the amount, billions of dollars with IMF and
but I read me that look on the list of it for Google it, you know. I will pay money with IMF, you know.
The man them a borrow the money and a thief the money. Because we don't see where the money is.
Because enough time when they did they tell the people them but they not borrow money, them did they borrow money. Like I say, if I pull it back and read it, I think I read it last night. How much money Jamaica owe IMF. I'll show you.
$450 million US dollar them get yesterday from IMF. to help with hurricane thing, recovery.
How much money Jamaica owe the IMF?
Well, me just hope say the extradition thing is real. For Trump just take some money, man, make them go on, man. The man them weak, the man not no love for the country or the people, brother. No love for the country or the people, them, brother. First a tough time. I see 800 or how much million film thing. Just 3 days ago or 2 days ago that thing.
Yeah.
Then the next day.
Yeah, there's receipt. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Jen.
No. Somebody on YouTube I say there is receipt for the 10 machine.
Every single ministry, you know, the whole of them are thief, you know?
The whole of the ministry them. The whole of the ministry them. You see the education ministry, it collapsed, you know? It collapsed. Let me say collapse. You hear them a chat about school? One woman put one video up. Let me say if me find it. Don't St. Elizabeth. All no school, no repair, and run. Gone up a compound. And at least Curry fixed the school up a compound. And the government of Jamaica, Pitney then still under 10. Let me find it.
Find the video and show them. Come and see the video too.
You see the video too? All right.
See the video. The woman have video it.
Yeah.
And I said this them call fix. They then fix the school and put tarpaulin on the roof. Yeah? And school start back. Better than make Chief Curry the Prime Minister then.
Question 1. Which country?
Them have something on no call school a fix. School a fix with blue tarpaulin pan it same way. Community and country dirty same way. St. Elizabeth dirty pay wire the pan road. And you see school top there piece of tarpaulin the pan it. So me want to know if this money the people them get paid if say school a fix and how much is school a fix in a parliament. Look on the school top. When I watch a pay blue tarpaulin. Where zinc them they fix back? Where two before them there? Where they fixing there? This are they fixing in our ball boat. And this are they fixing in our ball boat in the JLP constituency them. And them are they fixing blue tarpaulin pan school top. Picnic can fling one stone or fling one backland or fling any bus and pay water. I show them pan them in there. Come man, come in Darrell balls. See you no lie them here. See school them where I fix blue tarpaulin, plastic pan school top. Plastic. This is Black River Primary. Look on the road, see the wire nearly drop me, see there. And they may pick them if run over, can drop and shoot it. And they may something on no call school.
All them are slackness still, you know. You know, say slackness though. And them take it up, as I say, tarpaulin and fix very neat pan the school top. Very neat pan the school top.
And I will the money them get for help at the recovery. And see them get more yesterday.
But all now people then not get none of voucher business when I say the people them are get people not get no voucher yet, you know. Boy, me no know people on the life, but country can't continue run. So and it's like them conscience gone. They not no conscience. And when the things come to light, then try to go round and then file car, all kind of way, and then there's all like a careless minion on the apps them. It's like that Alfred Das come on and talk and I see them a contact. Das not for talk nothing because under PMP are in the same thing. So I understand. And him Das did criticize. Yes, Das did criticize because Das criticized it when it wrong. And that's what we want. So whether PMP now do good or a JLP, it for criticize. The health in a mess. Road in a mess. School in a mess. Then did I want politicize the JPS for restore light. Like JPS can work magic. The magic now work. And the magic can't work. We have a very bad hurricane. And it can't done overnight, like what Daryl want come profess, but because they lend them the money and they want if it look like say the money at work, it make them they want push them. David Freighter, on a party get fund for Melissa and those flood victims. Don't move across yourself off of my platform. Come off here. Come off here. Come off of my platform and don't get me upset tonight. Come off. How much money we party get? And the party, PNP are the government? A PNP are the government? Come off of my platform. Because idiot people like you, I don't want, I give you option for come off. Because if you not come off, I block you. Because I don't like people start stupid. The PNP is not the government. So if they have to collect $1 trillion, they owe nobody no moral obligation to fix anything in this country. Anything that the PNP does, they do it out of their own goodness. So if PNP collect $1 trillion, they have no obligation to fix nothing in this country. They are not the government. So don't come here and type garbage here if you don't know what you're typing. Don't type any garbage on my platform. If you don't know what you are saying, shut your mouth up. The government is responsible. Some of them know all that come in an argument about what they do with it. We don't ask Andrew when do with the one what they get. You don't ask the government what they do with the one that they get. You not think you should have asked Andrew what they do with the money. You don't think you should have asked him. You don't think you're the right person for ask. You're so stupid. You're so stupid. No wonder your country turn back way, you know. Because I care what go wrong because I'm so politically motivated. I'm so dieted. I can't say wrong from right. I cannot say wrong from right. And I hate this type of behavior and I hate this attitude. The thing I go down the hill. I want to society I go down the hill. I want to still support the wrongdoing. And I come now about the opposition. The opposition duty is to critique the government. That's the duty of the opposition. So I come about on a party get fun and for Melissa and those flood money, the flood victim to get none. You're out of order. You're really out of order. The PNP can set up anything they want to set up just like any other body in the country. And if they even want to spend it, nobody can hold them accountable for spending it. But we can hold the government accountable for spend the money for the people. We there talk about how the road they want to fix, the hospital they want to fix. And the woman come out and show the school and a tapal in the pan if you pick it and go back to school. And before you come out and say, so the government should have put on the zinc and something them pan the school top. You come here and chat about the opposition. You know, so no sense. You don't want nothing good neither, you know. So people should even bother waste their time talk about nothing because you don't want nothing good. You're not satisfied with the situation. You're not satisfied for the hospital and go lay down on the floor and on the cardboard. So you know, so I'm going to stop talking about politics. I'm going to stay and drown in it. Because I don't love it and see a prosperity. Because I don't have no ambition. I don't have absolutely no ambition. You know, since every day corruption I highlight out of the government. Billions and trillions of dollars cannot be accountable for under this government. Hurricane victim all know from the government get money, then don't see a care package. And I have all right to come here and talk. Because I reach people where the government not reach yet. I drive 4 hours to take things to people to save their lives. 5 trips I make to Westmoreland. Five. I mean, the government. And I've seen other citizens of this country. I don't want to start calling them and get myself in a problem. Because I'm not grateful for people who make sacrifice to help them. I'm not turn around and curse them. I say because they want to highlight. I'm not cuss off Andre Stephen. I'm not cuss off Marvin. I'm not cuss off a dancehall artist them. I say highlight them one. One of them run out to the people refuge. They were first responder and the government not move yet. How much I bet me say money we then get from IMF? None of the poor people are going to get nothing out of it. Not $1 them I get. I see a lady on TVJ News today in the Petersfield shelter. And she have a special need child. Let me see if I find that clip. I don't like people talk stupidness around me, you know. I have zero tolerance for that. The opposition and the opposition supporters have done more for the hurricane victim more than the government. Any day. That's very nice, Lassam. I didn't saw anything about it. You come here and defend foolishness. I'm not going to find something to do, man. We don't support wrong over here, sir. We don't support wrong here. Let me see if I can find the clip. The lady down at Petersfield. Sita. I'll make her hear this.
And the bleating of goats has been replaced by an eerie silence.
Wrong sentence. Okay.
In Ainan Town, Clarendon, the bleating of goats has been replaced by an... In Ainan Town, Clarendon, the bleating of goats has been replaced by an eerie silence. Farmers say since the passage of Hurricane Melissa, healthy animals
Work in just days. For farmer Alicia Barnett, the nightmare began.
No, that one more, please. She have a special need child and carry to the hospital. Carry the child to the hospital and the child get worse in the hospital. I want to find it for play it. The problem with me, I keep a save something on the wrong phone. I can't find it now. I saw it.
In Ainan Town, Clarendon, the bleating of goats has been replaced.
Sorry, just one follow-up question. Appreciating the importance of the payouts from the insurance, the different insurances, the cat bonds. We have seen how, even with those payouts, it really has been
inadequate. Thank you, Edwin.
is the government in discussions with our creditors to discuss provisions within those loan facilities that if there is a disaster, that it would defer whether principal or interest payments. I know other countries like Barbados have done this, and it's estimated that we would have been able to defer up to $2 billion US. Defer, not cancel, but defer, which would ease some pressure on the government at this particular time. So the question is, are you having those discussions?
I'm from Africa.
And will that become a feature?
I can Henry, good night.
So in our debt with our international partners, that clause exists in many of, that clause already exists, and in new debt.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. Economic commentators say that countries like Barbados have a debt pause clause, I think is how they refer to it, in their borrowing agreements, so that when there is a catastrophe or disaster like this, it can suspend. You get a moratorium on payments for a particular period of time. Did we have any of those, or do we have similar clauses in any of our loan agreements?
Okay, so it's, to the best of my knowledge, we don't have them in our agreements at this time. It's something that has come up, but basically what those clauses do is delay the payments for maybe a 2-year period, but you then...
Two different statements.
You ultimately have to pay back the money, but it gives you the cash flow.
It doesn't get the maturity.
It extends the maturity. The maturity doesn't change. But it gives you a breathing room in terms of the short-term cash flows that you can...
If you need it, yes.
You can redirect your recovery.
Mm-hmm.
But in our case, that's only theoretical, because we don't have those at this time.
No.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hey, at Dolly House, them people are running up. You know, say Dolly House, the PA is a Dolly House, the government of Jamaica run. You know, I remember when we were growing up, we usually play Dolly House and over the mother and the father and all kind of something. And I remember I work a cook and them something, they cook dirty pot. Yes, Genevieve, right now I have some stuff I want to carry down there, but me tired for use my own money. It costs to go down there, I have to fill up my gas. I have to pay a toll now, and a 3 toll, I have to pay a toll and fro, so I have to wait till I accumulate back some little money, you know, if I go back down there, because you know, in the year just start and the bills, them everything, so. I make one trip already since the year start. I have some stuff and I have some people I did promise and I have some stuff can't care for them. But I have to put some little money together. To go. Each time I make a trip, you see, just buy gas, pay something go and come, and let's say I want to have a little extra in my gas, a little extra, and so if I want to stop at the border now and buy one little fish, you know, it at least each time I go down there, I just rough it at 20,000 Jamaican dollar. My gas tank take 12,000 for full it. Once it empty, if it's not empty, well, it won't take so much, right? One of the toll is $780. The first toll out here, so 2 times that is 1,400, call that 1,500. The next one is 270. 15, 17, square that at 18. The new leg when they open down to Williamsfield now are $450 for the small car to go through it. So that's $2,000, right? So to and fro. I'm not check it right now. The one down at Williamsfield at $900, to and fro. The other one, a 5, 9 and 5, 14. 2,000 odd dollars for toll. So square it this again. That's 15,000. So I have 5,000 left in my little pocket. And I want to stop right at Williamsfield Junction. So I buy a little bag of cane the other day, 500 for the little bag of cane. Go and eat on my way down there. Sometimes I buy a little bag of pineapple or, you know, something. And just head up the road, you know. The border now between St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, they open it up back now and them fix it good. They have up the tank them sanitize out bathroom and work back and so I trust them now if we stop there and buy like a kung soup or one fish and one bami and stuff like that. Cause me a journey, a 8 hour, what a journey, 4 hour go, 4 hour come back. So me deserve a little fish pan the drive. You understand what I say, Jenny? Anybody will attack. Because sometimes when people believe, say, oh, it just done. It's a lot of work in it. All right, so let me explain it to you. After the hurricane, one of my viewers sent me 4 barrels of stuff. Guess when I go to the wharf to collect the barrel, that's a 1 whole day drama. That's okay. You see them people down there? Me did them, me observe and me see how things are work. I mean, I have no money for go whisper in nobody ear. So I just have to wait till and me coming like I'm about the 4th to last to get through. So that even if you're going there before other people and other people come in there and go whisper in people's ears, them are going to get through left if you don't understand what I mean. So I don't have no extra money for pay. I'm not going to pay no extra money because I going to give away stuff. Now I understand. Also now say, them a charge people for them things now and not give you the freeness. And you know free neither last year neither. Right? Then you have to pay another vehicle to take it to your home. Then when you come home, you have to sort through and pack out and do what you do. And then take the journey again. So how I do it, you know, it's like what I learned the first time I never understand it. So let's say I go down there Thursday. I done my packing out everything. I make my work lighter tomorrow. So I don't do no heavy work or anything like that. And then I wake up and I leave out by 5 o'clock. When I leave out that early, I reach down there like after 9, 10 o'clock, right there. I reach down. Do what I do, a little hour right there, so, and I turn right back around for head back home to my yard so that night I catch me upon the way. Because that's how I travel out. I travel within time. I have to give myself time. That's if my traffic hold me upon the way. Anything can happen. I can have a flat tire, all of that. So I take all of that into consideration. So I love to have time for waste. That the night I catch me much upon the road. So I go out early. So I leave out more in the dark, but I come back before the dark, if you understand what I mean. So it takes time, it takes effort, and you have to love what you're doing, and you have to have courage to do what you're doing, right? So sometimes people don't understand the whole energy that you put into it to help somebody and to sustain them so life can continue. We say, no pay them no mind Alphonse. No. But sometimes some of them. So you hear what I'm saying, Genevieve? You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. I think I'm going to make a trip. I was actually waiting, but I said, you know, today I was looking at it and I said, you know, I have some whole pack clothes and something I need for go distribute them. And because one of the things that happened in the hurricane, when we carry clothes, somewhere where the people that live, they never have no water. So some of my clothes they never get for wash. One lady was explaining to me after, but no, them are pick up, things are pick up a little bit, you know. Things are pick up a little bit. You pass now, you see a couple of people have like a juice and something on the roadside as sell. So, you know, so some people are pick up but then like broken pieces. But some they have nothing before the hurricane and the hurricane come and then still now go have nothing. So them are gonna always need help. What you say now, Alphonse, it's not Dolly House. Just say them don't. Say it because them have to ask them member if he them explain and tell me how that makes sense. if me and Alfonso too. Me understand what you want to say. They never know nothing. Oh, write me a letter first and make we investigate. They don't know all them ministry around. None of them don't know all them ministry around. Mansa, me just say Mansa gone and Tamika. Tamika say her phone I get trouble. Me say, me not buck up no Judas Johnson, you know. Me not buck up Judas Johnson. That's the era where me go anyway, you know. According to what me learn, Judas Johnson is in near to one place named Mount, my place name. If somebody tell me how me can find. You say if me want to find Judas Johnson, let's like this. Let me tell you here. In a central though, a central Westmoreland. One area in the mountain or a mountain. And that's the only area them win in the local government election. Somebody will tell me what the name of them call him in the community. I get all of the information from him. I could have pick him up. You said me that play tit for tat for him, that frightened man. We just carry one barrage of army down there upon him. But we just left him making God and boy in business. Because film time will come. He must catch up, man. No, and a Mount Pelia. Or something like a mountain though. One mountain. I never remember a mountain. I want woman at the counselor. We could have picked him up, man. You see, sometimes some people say I'm a player there and they not even know what I'm a play with. They don't even know what they're playing with. But me nah make him stay there all pan TikTok me say put me up on TikTok and all kind of something him do. But me not pay him no mind. Me not pay him no mind, man. Because where you sow you go reap. So in reaping day we come. No worry. And me not have to do him nothing. It was in a blower, man. In a blower. Because lately in post my picture around the place. People see it and notify me. So I'm still there going with the hanky panky. Yeah, so back to where we're talking about now. So I tell you again, this thing is a mess. Darrell Val just want to push the Jamaica Public Service to do this thing, to justify the loan. So they know problem and major power transmission line behind outage in Hanover and Westmoreland. They might AC up the thing and it not done right. JPS taking the time. This is very serious. I said it already, you know. Some of these connections will connect back without getting inspectors to come and inspect the properties. Them can be fire, you know. Because I don't know why this man come up and taking this thing for a political football. All because of the 150 million US dollar loan. Where them say what them say now. They loan to the Jamaica Public Service. Ah, boy. It is a mess. The phone lines are open. And you can go ahead and call in if you want. I have a clip that I want to play. Let me look back for it. The Jamaica Public Service is reporting that outage affecting Hanover and Westmoreland is due to a problem that has developed on a major power transmission line JPS in a statement and Chosen said it has mobilized its team to address the issue. No stay there run down this thing for doing a yes for please Darrell Valls. We don't know Darrell Valls' mission behind the 150,000. We know the mission. We know why. Let me put the clip again.
Is part of a broader commitment to enhancing the quality of care for children. He explains that the program will help ease the fear children often feel while in hospital facing procedures, surgery, or simply being away from home.
Despite our best efforts, and this is true not just for us here, it's a global thing, based on the life cycle of our patients here between 0 to 12, it is going to be a more difficult circumstance than any other patient in our other institutions, hospitals. And the response to this is something we have to always.
I saw them say, so anytime you catch them red and then come out with some nice little talking plan.
It's about the facilities and the comfort within the facilities. It's about the courteousness of our staff and how we treat with them to overcome that trauma. But it's also about coming up with new and improved methods of supporting care.
Dr. Tufton adds that the program has been tried and tested around the world. He adds, although it is currently a pilot, it is expected to become mainstream soon. The pilot phase will help staff refine how caregivers interact with patients.
And it works based on all the accounts. I saw the parent sitting, or guardian sitting beside the patient, and they were providing a range of services which supported the health staff, whether they were combing the hair, providing some sanitation, feeding, reading to, talking to, and even some very, very basic psychosocial support guided by the clinical staff. I was very impressed when I saw that, and when we came back, I gave the instructions, and we had a
Hey Siri, how do I get my...
This is an important day for Canada's workers. Look, we know the world's changing. We know that this decades-long process of our ever closer economic relationship between Canada and the United States has ended. And as a consequence of that, many of our strengths have become our vulnerabilities, particularly in those industries that are most tightly integrated with the United States. Headline, last year, 75% of our exports went to the U.S. 90% of our lumber exports went to the U.S. 90% of our aluminum exports went to the United States. 90% of our steel exports went there, all bound for a single market that has changed. Overall, for the Canadian economy, we estimate that U.S. tariffs and the uncertainty that they're creating will cost Canadians around 1.8% of GDP. That's about $50 billion lost from our economy, or the equivalent of $1,300 for every Canadian. And this is happening fast. It's a rupture, which means that our economic strategy needs to change dramatically and rapidly. And that change is in Budget 2025, our plan to confront these challenges and emerge even stronger, to move our economy from reliance to resilience, and to give ourselves far more than any foreign nation can ever take away.
Me like when time people are stand up. Me like when people are stand up. Here this other news now. Europe to suspend approval of US tariff deal. The European Parliament is planning to suspend approval of the US tariff deal agreed in July. This according to source. Hey, the world are turned upside down still, you know. This world turning upside down. On not notice. You see people? When I came out here, and began to spoke about politics, a lot of my counterpart in the church, I was so tired of them come on the platform, and they were saying stuff like, Christian, everybody eyed up on politics now. Everybody are watching next move of Donald Trump. Hey, the eye glue, man. Everybody now I wake up. Everybody I look now, and I say, I wonder what Donald Trump are gonna do next. Then when I came here, I was telling them at the beginning, oh my God, it was like me crucify Christ afresh. Oh my God. No, it sweet me now. It really sweet me now. The people are showing things from spiritual perspective and I don't want to understand. We live in our real world here, and whatever impact of the governments, it will impact us as the Christians. All right, so I understand now. I understand, right? Over in a Cayman Island, then change a whole heap of laws to, even my driver's license was so renewed and I'm an expat, I would have to pay $600 to renew my license. Sister God just take me out of everything at the time. You don't have no license, because I never get 600, God don't do that. House there, food there, everything there, your pension, insurance. No, I am comfortable right here, Lord. You say that I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it under the expense. And then pressure with them people I put by you. I mean, I'm married already and you know, make no sense again because 20 years before you can get paper. Then time them dead.
How often do you read the Bible? Every hour.
Me notice, me say, Michael Phillips. Michael Phillips showing off about wife. He married again. It look like, I know this is not the first wife. See it, eh? My wife. This was a team's wife. This not how his wife look. This look like a way, way younger person. And he said, my wife. All right. Unless you make over, guys. These are two different kind of two. Something to write though. The same wife with me now. Right? And then this is who me see. And it don't look like the same person to me. And daughter look like her. Maybe I daughter and stand up beside because that's a well young somebody. Something I never say I forget. Good night. Makes sense, so you know. Alright, the phone lines are open, you know, anybody want to talk. You know, I notice when I not call in at night time, you know, I don't understand. I'm going to play a little voice note going. So the number.
So then come to Jamaica, and when them see Jamaica, then please just see how Andrew carry the country like a first world island. And no other prime minister never do that yet more than Andrew. All these people down here, some of them people here antigen, they not get no blow away. All them poor so. Look at them place where they live. So no government never try to help them then from long time before the hurricane. Look how them poor and live. If you look at the houses, this is Montego Bay. You can see some of them don't get no hurricane blow away. But they are poor. So Andrew didn't help those. Andrew should I not help them as how they say labor right of the country so rich.
I'm mad people then. I'm going to play Alfred does.
This is about how public money disappears, how basic needs go unmet, while millions are spent elsewhere. Long before the Auditor General's report landed in Parliament, the staff at the UHWI were asking the same questions we are asking now. In one letter, consultants formally requested further information regarding what the procurement process entails. They wanted to know who are the persons responsible for generating the needs list that guide the procurement process. Do consultants and frontline staff have any say in what items are required and ordered? Are the procurement documents available as public records, past and present? These are not technical questions. These are governance issues. If the people treating patients don't know who decide what the hospital buys, how then can procurement reflect clinical priorities? The answer, as we know now, is that it simply doesn't. The consultants documented that despite the lack of basic equipment and supplies, there seems to be a strong motivation by the hospital management to procure items that have not been requested by senior medical staff. They wrote plainly, this raises questions regarding financial and accounting practices of the hospital. The Auditor General confirmed every single concern that the staff had raised. And even worse, the UHWI failed to provide procurement documentation for 51 contracts valued at $521 million. No requisitions, no tender documents, no bid submissions, no evaluation reports, nothing. The Auditor General stated that this served to corrupt the process engaged to procure goods, services, and works. But the problems went deeper. The UHWI routinely engaged in what the Auditor General called retrospective procurement, inviting suppliers to bid for goods and services after they had already been delivered and the works already completed. The bid invitations implied that a legitimate competitive process had taken place when in fact the outcome was already predetermined. If this sounds familiar, it is due to the fact that another Ministry of Health and Wellness scandal recently featured payment for services after the fact but were labeled as reimbursements. Examples of this included the purchase of 41 laptops and renovations to multiple facilities, the staff clinic, the occupational building, doctor's quarters, daycare nursery, wards 17 to 20, and the Wi-Fi building, valued at a whopping $69.2 million, where the UHWI only began inviting bids after the goods were delivered and the works completed. The hospital also spent $186,600 on consultants, supposedly to develop strategic and operational reviews. Yet, when the auditors asked for the approved strategic plans done by those consultants, they could not be provided. Money paid out and nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing. The UHWI misused its status to import $76 million worth of goods for 4 private companies, costing taxpayers $23.1 million in lost revenue. In one case, the hospital imported cups and dishes for a private company, then purchased those same items back for $6.9 million. In another, waste bins worth $6.6 million were imported for a private entity, saving them $3 million in duties. Then the UHWI turned around and bought the bins back for $11 million and covered the remaining import duties of nearly $1 million. Again, we have seen this pattern before. Remember that neurosurgical drill that was bought by the Southeast Regional Health Authority and brought in duty-free, saving the company millions of dollars in taxes, and later sold to the same Sarah for $31 million? Is there a common thread to all this? Yeah. We must ask. The UHWI scandal is not isolated. It is a part of a systemic procurement crisis across the Ministry of Health and Wellness. In October 2025, the Integrity Commission released a damning report on the ministry's misuse of direct contracting, a procurement method meant only for contracts under $500,000 or in genuine emergencies. The commission found that 15 contracts totaling $78.6 million were awarded using direct contracting in direct breach of the Ministry of Finance guidelines. The report also found that the minister created a perceived conflict of interest and that he appeared to advance private interests. While the commission stopped short of calling it criminal, it described the conduct as ethically problematic. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the same pattern was seen. An Auditor General report found that the Ministry of Health and Wellness made payments totaling $337 million to 7 hotels for quarantine facilities, but yet they only had formal contracts with only 1. The 6 providers without contracts received a total of $293 million. The ministry also paid $124 million to 8 suppliers for infrastructural works without any contracts in place and did not report this to the National Contracts Commission in the justification for using direct contracting. There were also regulatory breaches in the preparation of payment vouchers, with the Auditor General noting weaknesses in controls over the COVID-19 fixed asset acquisitions and an inability to confirm how $174 million transferred to other agencies was used. The absence of procurement documents to justify the $561 million spent at UWI is a cause for concern, especially in light of overpricing and manipulation of the bidding process seen in the Ministry of Health. There was a $31 million neurosurgical drill purchased for the Bustamante Hospital for Children in 2025 that highlighted this practice. I then raised serious questions about the procurement process, alleging that the drill was overpriced and that bid manipulation had occurred. I also pointed out that comparable neurosurgical drills are available internationally for a fraction of the cost, between $3 million and $5 million. Yet SARA, the Southeast Regional Health Authority, approved a $31 million purchase as a result of the vendors breaking up the drill set and pricing each component, even the power cord, separately. Court documents filed by the supplier reveal that the Ministry of Health itself was the importer of the drill and that the procurement was facilitated through standard operating procedures. Yet SARA, in its public statements, never disclosed the ministry's role in facilitating the import. Despite the threats of lawsuits that I received, that my allegations were false and defamatory, this procurement of the neurosurgical drill is currently being investigated by the Integrity Commission. This is the same minister who, after the Integrity Commission exposed the improper $80 million contracts, spoke about strengthening procurement practices. The same minister who assured the country that systems were sound, even as scandal after scandal emerged. So how does this really work? How do you award hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts with no documentation whatsoever? How do you bypass competitive bidding, misuse tax exemptions, and overpay for basic equipment, all while telling the public that everything is fine? Well, here's the playbook. 1. Sideline the clinicians. Keep the frontline doctors and consultants, nurses, and the end users out of the procurement decision-making process. That way, the needs list reflect management priorities, not patient care and staff priorities. If they are to be included, give them an option that is impossible to select when compared with the option that you want to be seen as chosen through a process that is above board. 2. Use retrospective procurement. Award contracts, receive goods, complete works, then hold a fake bidding process after the fact to create the appearance of compliance. 3. Abuse emergency provisions. Use the direct contracting and single source methods for contracts that should go to competitive tender, citing urgency even when no genuine emergency exists. 4. Don't keep records. If there are no contracts, no evaluation reports, no procurement files, then auditors cannot prove anything was done improperly. 5. Protect the powerful. When scandals break, create a review committee to kill the story, issue vague statements about procedural improvements, and wait for the news cycle to move on. And 6. Splinter the contracts so they do not meet the threshold for further interrogation. This is how a ministry gets away with financial murder. This is not about one drill, one hospital, or one scandal. This is about a system designed and maintained to reward the connected and punish the honest. A system where $521 million can be spent without a single piece of documentation, where tax exemptions meant to protect the patients are used to enrich private companies, and where the minister responsible continues to insist that everything is hiring and under control. In the next episode, we look at the people at the center of this system, the Manchester boys they call them, and how their leadership has created a culture where speaking up is dangerous and accountability is optional. I am Dr. Alfred Dawes, and this has been UC on Life Support.
What can we say? The keep no document. Don't they wait for rig system, man? Are they wait for rig system, you know? So you can't put your hand on no clear documentation. But what them for do, since you can't prove how we spend, I lock them up. Lock them up. It'll work too long for them. Lock them up. Why? I am lost for words. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Nobody know want to call in and help me talk. I'm tired for talk. I don't know if you say.
That it has begun investigations into the illegal selling and removal of sand from Parity in St. Elizabeth. The move follows a TVJ News story on Monday where concerned residents appealed for intervention on the illegal practice, which they stressed was putting them at greater risk of flooding. Huge piles of sand were dumped into homes and onto roadways in the community during the passage of Hurricane Melissa in October last year. And residents say some of their neighbors have been selling it. They say it's worsening flooding from the sea and the pond and making it hard for persons trying to rebuild following the hurricane's devastation. Speaking with TVJ News, Black River Mayor Richard Solomon said sand mining in any form is unacceptable.
Sand without the proper assessment can lead to ecological
getting worse,
impact,
girl.
which can be catastrophic down the road. So we're asking and we are encouraging persons, if this is so, they must cease and desist immediately. I've reached out to the superintendent of police and also NEPA for them to do an investigation into the matter and to provide some necessary guidance as to how we approach the whole sand erosion and sand buildup that would have taken place after the hurricane.
Yeah, man, that's how they want to weaken every law, man. Anything where they say a loophole, they want to shift the law for block them, for hide them. But how long them can hide for? You can't hide forever. You cannot hide forever. Me watch them attitude, you know. So what they say? We can't show no this. Me I say the AI woman them. They not pay wire up in them, you know. And the man touch you touch your breast. And then she open her mouth for you kiss her. Lord Jesus Christ. So what kind of world we end up in? Then mankind fool to, you know.
A heart attack can happen to anyone, at any time. It's important to regularly check and monitor your heart health.
Look at me. Oh my word. Look at me. Take it down right and say nice one. Okay. No, pure turmeric. Natural turmeric. Natural, that's it? Smell it. Smell it, right?
Cries for urgent help from a St. Elizabeth community whose residents mostly earned from the sea. Krista Campbell tells us why.
But see, Melissa take away everything from we. Nothing we have, nothing we look for.
And driving around the St. Elizabeth community of Parity, the devastation is undeniable.
We live in Jamaica, but party here feel like Haiti. Everything is flat. It's a disaster. Right now, if you check the barrel, them a 4 weeks, me no have bathing and drinking water. Don't watch how me bathe.
Amidst the rubble, the remains of the people's livelihood and reminders of monies they say they cannot get back and are unable to make. In the seaside community, there's been no fishing or vending for those who usually sell in the Black River Fish Market since October 28, 2025.
I mean, they have 5 fridge with fish. It turn them over, me have to dash away and give with them. Over $4 million worth. So all of me fridge them mash up, all of me igloo them gone. And make one trench through my house when me drop in a nearly June. See me fridge them there and me igloo them wash way. Me scale, me knife, everything. Me bury me apron. Gone. See the fridge them there, sir. See them there. See them there. Them no good again. Even me storing here. See there, as you can see. Everything are gone. And I don't have no money to pay the fisherman because they give an account say, then give us the fish before the hurricane. So they need them money. At least 2,000 pounds weight of fish are gone. See, enough people here lose a lot of fish trap. A lot of people lose them boat. Me lose all my car right now. I see a bicycle me depend, but yes, that's another story. But we need to get back on our foot. We need boat, engine, and wire, patic, rope. We don't want no money from Jamaica. We want assistance to buy the fishing chop. If we can bring the fishing chop or bring even the rope or wire, we really appreciate it.
Residents say it's taking a toll on some more than others.
Tired of eating tin food, nothing coming in. The little me save. Actually, I feel go to school start. I have to send my grandpicnic to school because his mother dead. I am a single mother, one going to college, and she going to Black River Primary School. No income coming. So it's God, good grace and mercy. Sometimes I feel like me going to lose my mind. Me say double vision. Me sleep and me not sleep. When me eat, it come like one spoon full my belly. But because of what we are going through. I'm an independent girl, you know, sir, hardworking. Me not depend on people. Me at work for my own.
But in the darkness of their despair shines optimism.
Because everyone I'm on them fishing vessel in party destroy. And if boat come at Black River, if one of your vendor got current and call you for your 50 pounds, as you go in a supermarket and buy little mix, we get food from people, you know, but you know, something where house need, you still have to go out there and buy it. And trust me, it's traumatizing for everybody. Everybody.
In a you certain time, in a run go help them people.
One day, I'm going to put you back on foot.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
Cries for urgent.
Well, I just said naughty. 1 p.m. then we want, 1 p.m. then get. Shower labor right. Wicked Labor Party. I look back for his song. I sing his song, you know. Away song there again. How much is this? I say. I know, yes, sir. You know, some last is something, man. Oh, I'm finding it back now. Wicked Labor Party. All Wicked Labor Party. Wicked Labor Party. We are tired of you. A Wicked Labor Party. We are tired of you. You're killing off our young boys. It's time for you to go. We're tired of you. God is going to deal with you, you set of evil people. Stop forcing yourself on the people. The Wicked Labor Party. We are tired of you. Me never see Lester for one night for give me song, you know. All Wicked Labor Party. We are tired of you. They don't want you. It's time for you to go. We can't take it no more. Wicked Andrew and him 30-40. It's time for you to go. Wicked Labour Party. We are tired of you. Now they don't have to help me put the song together, because me not see Lester for come help me. I don't know what I'm thinking forward there. Even saying that one again. That one look one small island. Oh, Wicked Labour Party. We are tired of. No, we need to get the song up and running, Nadi. You're killing off the young boy. It's time for you to go. We're tired of you. Go. God is going to deal with you, you set of evil people. And the people. You know, so let me see it now. Let me see it. Anyway, this is where I stop with enough for tonight. Wicked Labour Party. We are tired of you. Oh, Wicked Labour Party. Anyway, big up on yourself. Take care on a good self. Thank you again for the support. Thank you for coming on, and, so much of the channel they want to could have gone and choose to stay with me. I just want you to know that I just love you. Remember, could I turn that song that I was love song? I love you. All my people on my channel. Yes. I love you. All the people on my channel. You keep coming back to reason with me. You know that I really love you. You're nice people. Have yourself a great night, and I want you to sleep well. I love you. I hope you love me too. Have yourself a great night. Yeah. We say lying Labour Party. Oh, that's a very good line too, Rudder. If we could have put it that way. Lying Labour Party. We are tired of you. I like that. Lying Labour Party. We are tired of you. Yeah, we're going to fix it, man. One of the night, we're going to just fix them together. So, you know what we could have do? We could have a original songs must make in regards to them and the corruption and all of that. And see which one of them would have come out better. We're going to arrange it so we can start work on the melody and work on everything. And then one of the night, we just come out and we just deal with it. All right? Lying Labour Party. We are tired of you. So we could have used the two lines and we said no. And then the second one said, Wicked Labour Party. And then one other line could have said, Corruption Labour Party. Oh, yes. We could do it that way. So we're going to look on it. All right, Con Henry, thank you. Big up yourself as usual. Catch you the next time. Bye. Corruption liar. Oh, yes, Daddy, that's a good line. Corrupted liar party. We are tired of you. But we have to highlight that the Labour Party we are singing about. Corrupted liar party. We are tired of you. Yeah. Have yourself a good night. Love you. Catch you later. Bye.